Welcome to DJ TV.
Make una come hear Wetin Pa Bode George talk about Tinubu administration within the first 1 month.
Correct people, we greet una. Welcome una to DJ TV, una WhatsApp channel wey dey sama una with ogbonge updates, breaking news, updated updates. So abeg my people, if you never subscribe to our YouTube channel, make una rush now, make una go subscribe o, and also turn on that notification bell so that anytime we be like say we drop any update like this, una go dey notified gbanga. Our Facebook page, my people, make una follow us and make una dey like. Una do well. Anyway, my people, make we quickly run enter the tori and update we will carry come for una like this.
Pa Bode George don talk concerning Babati President Tinubu administration within the first 1 month o. According to am, im talk say presidency e no easy. Say though say President Tinubu dey try, but that one no mean say Nigerians don forget how e take reach there o. Im talk say Abuja no be Lagos. To govern Nigeria as a whole, e dey different to govern state. Say e get some kind things wey be say person go put into consideration to take make sure say you fit meet up for the expectation of the people. Say na to prove himself na im dey o for all these ones wey dey do. My people, I no wan talk too much o, make I play una the video now, make una watch all Wetin Pa Bode George talk o. This interview wey im do with TVC, make una watch.
Let's begin with your assessment of President Tinubu's presidency, his administration in the past 1 month.
Let me say this, like I said a couple of weeks ago, that yes, he has started reasonably well, but this journey is not a 100-meter dash race. The problems that had been with Nigeria is so enormous that we need prayers. Yes, he has appointed people. He's been trying to balance and make sure that our country sits pretty well amongst the civilized nations of the world. That's just the beginning. It's a long journey. And if you compute the number of hours a day, that's 24 hours, times 365 days, times 24, gives you the number of hours that is going to be on that saddle. And no human being can do anything, this kind of job all by himself. He needs prayers and the guidance of very well established, respectable and highly knowledgeable Nigerians. This Abuja is not Lagos. Abuja will require the best of brains in this country. It's not the normal job for the boys. This nation is in dire straits. Take any sector of the economy, we got problems. But with prayers, nothing is impossible. If you have the fear of God in you, and you listen, and you remain faithful to the doctrines of the Almighty God, you will get there. Right now is a show of a perpetual anger. People are hungry. It is very disheartening. It is very, very destabilizing when you hear the way we talk about the removal of subsidy and the filth, the messages that we've been getting from respectable, responsible Nigerians, in particular. The former governor of Bauchi State publicly told us the shambolic manner in which that sector had been handled. It is disgraceful, it is annoying, and he has to find a solution. This thing must not be covered. what happened to all the subsidy? Who are the people, the beneficiaries of this subsidy? Now, that's one aspect. The other thing is the central bank. Thank God we took a decision, pleasantly too, that they will model the sale of dollars. We must know, Nigerians are eager to know, what did they do, what kind of methodology they handled to be able to send us to the canvas. Some people overtly benefited from this silliness, I'll call it. But let's know those who are responsible. This nation must have what we call reward and punishment. It's not a matter of sweeping it under the table and then you know it's business as usual. So there are challenges ahead of Mr. Tinubu, because for me, as a PDP stronghold member and irredentist PDP, we are still waiting for the judgment in the court. So we should have that at the back of our mind. But Nigeria is bigger than any individual. Let the will of the people prevail.
Absolutely. And I understand that you're saying that we're in the early days of his administration and that it might be difficult to assess him in this first month. But you also have talked about some of the moves he's made. And I just want you to quickly touch on the retirement of service chiefs and the appointments of new ones. As a retired military general yourself, do you agree that this new appointment embodies the principle of federal character? And what's your confidence in the names on this list?
No doubt. You know, I left the service. Most of these boys didn't even meet me in service. I've been out of service for quite a while. If I'm rating my own group in the service, it will be NDA 4. This is NDA 38 or 39, these young people that are being put there. But it is a reasonable approach to for handling the military. I tell you what, of course, once you are a service chief appointed by a commander-in-chief, once that commander-in-chief leaves and another one comes, you will be there at the pleasure of the new one. There's no perpetuity in this job. So what he did to me is normal. And the fairness and the rightness of a computation of how he came to Mr. A, General this will be Chief of Army, another one will be Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Air Staff, the Chief of Naval Staff, the National Security Advisor. Those are all the expectations you will be looking for in a new commander-in-chief. If he, he decides on his own to clean out the house, have new brooms to sweep, that's, for me, is okay. There's nothing wrong in that. The other ones have already gotten there. There is no perpetuity in any government job. Once it's time to go, you go like the others have gone, and then it's okay.
Expectation from the opposition. The president has spoken elaborately about forming a government of national unity. And lately, we've seen a significant inter-party collaboration without the stakeholders necessarily decamping to the ruling party. Is that something that bothers you as a leader of the opposition PDP? And what does this mean for the politics of opposition in Nigeria?
Any governance, any government requires a very solid opposition. Otherwise, like I said, we need prayers. No individual can do it alone. But at the same time, as we keep moving on, we are, as the major opposition party, we are still waiting for the outcome of the judiciary. So it is too early to start saying, I want to form a government of unity. Let's wait. The electoral process is not over. I am an irredentist PDP. Once the final decision is made by the courts, not even the Court of Appeal, at the Supreme Court, because I'm sure either party, whoever fails, will want to go to the Supreme Court. Once we finish that tranche, then you can sit down and say, okay, I want to form this type of government, not with individuals. It will discuss party to party. Party will decide on their own, call the elders, call the managers of the party. Should we work with A or B? What are the terms of agreements that you can do?
Hey my people, now here Wetin Pa Bode George talk concerning the new Tinubu 1 month administration and also the issue of unity government. Abi how they put am. Anyway, now the update with this, so make una drop una comment and una say una reason am, and make una no forget to like and share. Una do well. See you in the next video. DJ